Well, joining me now in studio is Siphe Mzaidume. He, of course, was put on the map after he claims that he wasn't given a chance to play for the national team or for a team in South Africa. Thank you very much for joining us here in studio. Obviously, quite a big thing that you were saying, that you weren't given a chance to play in South Africa. Give us some context into your issues. Of course, you now went to England to find a club or a team to play over there. Tell us a bit about your journey.
It's been quite overwhelming, to be quite honest. As you said, a lot was said about my move to the UK, and yeah, basically, as it's been documented, that I was not obviously afforded the opportunities that I thought should have been afforded to me. Yeah, I went overseas and I went to the UK, and it's been very liberating for me. I've been given opportunities there that I would never have dreamt of, and
Tell us a bit about some of those opportunities.
the opportunities obviously is to play in a team where I'm not judged according to my skin color. That's probably been the biggest thing for me. I've been given opportunity to play for a team just based on my performances, and not whether I went to a big school or a small school, or whether I'm black or white, or those politics that we have had in South Africa while we were growing up, that affected my progress, I thought. And so those were completely out of the way, and that allowed me to free up a little bit more, and just learn to enjoy my sport and progress that way.
What are you doing now?
At the moment, I was back home for, obviously, during the winter in the UK. I was just back home and just trying to doing a lot of motivational speaking around the schools, around the Eastern Cape, obviously getting my story across and trying to inspire people to obviously look in a different perspective of life in terms of looking for opportunities, just to try and look beyond our borders. And that's the message that I've been trying to get across to people that might find themselves in a similar position that I was in.
You said that you got, or that you're flying out tonight to probably, hopefully, secure a county contract.
Yeah.
Did you play county cricket before?
No, there's a lot of things that were said that I didn't say, and that's one of them. So I'm relatively inexperienced with regards to that, but I think if I can get my body into a good position, into a good sort of physical state, that I can be able to sustain obviously the demands of playing cricket at that level. And that's obviously what I'm going to go back now to do, to make sure that my body is in the right sort of frame to able to cope with those pressures. Then as soon as I can get myself there, I know that I can go straight into the England team from the county championship, which is obviously my ultimate goal.
But you were playing, excuse me, a club cricket in England.
Oh yeah, for the past 5-6 years, that's what I've been doing, and obviously playing in other leagues around the world as well, just trying to pick up as much experience as possible, so that when I get to a position that I'm in right now, where I can qualify to play for England, that I've got as much experience as possible from playing in those leagues, and then I can obviously hopefully use that to progress into the county circuit, and hopefully into our national team, which is something that I'm very passionate about at the moment.
The interesting thing is that it's on record that your school teacher said that you weren't maybe very good at cricket, or sort of had a habit of not always telling the truth.
Yeah.
Also, your cousin, one of your family members. Can you maybe elaborate on that a bit?
I think I can comfortably say that he's an absolute liar. There was not true at all. I don't know what all those stories were. I mean, I was in Australia back then. I said I could not say anything about them, but they're absolutely rubbish, to be quite honest. I don't know anything. I mean, my stats from school, they're absolutely out there. Everyone knows the sort of cricket I play. There's a lot of jealousy as well, which I think impacted for him to be able to say those things. And I said, I've got a book which I'm sort of almost ready to release, which will probably explain a lot of those issues that were put out there about myself, which I don't agree with. A lot of stuff was said by the Daily Maverick as well, which I think I will confront, and I will probably take on when the time is right as well.
The interesting thing is that you say that your records or your economy speaks for itself, but wouldn't a county cricket team have picked you up if they had seen what you're capable of doing?
They would never pick me up because I was not qualified to play county cricket then, because obviously I was not an English local player. And since I have become one, I have not put myself into a position where I wanted to play county cricket, because I wanted to get myself...
But other South Africans have also played county cricket?
There's a lot of them out there, yeah, because the reason why they're playing is because they've obviously got British passports from their mothers or fathers, whatever. I didn't have those when I went over. I had to obviously sit the 5 or 6 years that I did to be able to get to that position that that I did. And now that I've got there, like I said, I've not put myself in a position where I wanted to play county cricket because I don't feel that I'm ready for that level, and also that my body is probably not ready to cope with the rigors of that sort of cricket. And as soon as I feel that I'm ready, I'll put myself back out there again, and I think I'll do well.
Have there been clubs knocking on the door?
No. Not yet. Like I said, I've not put myself out there yet.
Of course you put yourself out there. I mean, there's been a whole lot of articles and stories, videos about you.
Massive news, yes, but I've not, confronted any counties yet, in terms of saying, look, I want to play for you. Because I said I want to get myself into the right physical state and the right sort of, mental, a lot of things that are required to be successful at that level. I need to make sure that I've got those in place first before I get out there. Because I wouldn't want to get myself into a position where I'm found out in any way. So I know what I've got to do to be able to ready to play at that level. When I am, I'll get myself back out there again, and I'll be playing county cricket. There's no doubt about that. And obviously, it'll prove a lot of people wrong with I will say stuff about my stats or whatever. It's just obviously something that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to doing. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you find, obviously a lot of people have said that maybe you just weren't good enough to play the game at a higher level. Do you think that you've sort of cheapened the plight of black African athletes in South Africa in a sense?
Not at all. I think it's a matter of opinion. People have seen me play. Some people have said I wasn't good enough because obviously they don't like what I said. They don't like my honesty and the fact that I said that we didn't get opportunities. I mean, I'm not the only person that never got those opportunities. I mean, there's 6 or 7 guys who are sitting at home that I was playing academy cricket with in East London, that time that just decided, look, we don't have the opportunity, so they decided to sit at home. Those guys, I still talk to them now. They're still sitting at home with nothing at all. I was fortunate enough to go overseas and hopefully try and salvage something out of the talent that I thought I had. So it's not something that's made up. It's something that's happening, and there's guys out there that can prove what I said was actually true.
Do you think that things have changed somewhat? I mean, we're seeing a lot of black players coming through the ranks.
Absolutely. That's a massive thing that's been happening. I mean, I think now it's fantastic. I think, they're trying their best to create South Africa to push those guys, which is fantastic. They're creating as much opportunities for them as possible, which is fantastic to see. I think since I've left, I think the improvement has been absolutely fantastic.
So why aren't you looking for a club now?
I'll never come back to South Africa, no, because England's the country that's given me everything that I have right now, and England's obviously the country that I love, and England's the country that I want to serve.
That's such a pity to hear coming from a South African. But thank you very much for speaking to us here on ANN7. Wish you all the luck, and hopefully you'll get the county cricket contract.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated.